Now that you have taken a look on page 212 of your book, let's think about it. Our topic is theme, and theme, it says in our book, is the main message you get from the story or a situation. And we just heard Moby and friends talk about how they find the theme by finding the conflict and the resolution to that conflict. And it's those feelings that the author wants you to still have long after you've read the story. So how do we find those? Well, we can use a chart like the one that you see on your screen right now. That helps us to find out a little bit more about the theme. So let's take a look at this one. And we're going to start by talking about the title of the story. And the title of our story was called An Extra Guest. Right? So then we're going to take a look at what clues do we get from the title. Well, if it's an extra guest, we know that what? There's going to be a party or some sort of a gathering, and someone unexpected comes to the party. And we know just from looking at that title that without even hearing the story, we knew that it was going to be who wasn't originally invited to the party, someone who just came to the party. But then when we start reading, we take a look and see what we learn about our characters. And what do we know about the characters from our story? Well, Marty comes in, and how do you think that she feels when she gets there from being the only person there that nobody knows? Well, if we look on page 212, it gives us a little bit more information, and we can look at Marty's face that way when we're looking at the story. And we can see that Marty looks nervous or shy, right? But then the other characters we know seem very happy, right? And they seem friendly. So then when we talk about the setting, well, our title tells us what the setting is. What is our setting? It's going to be a party, right? Because when we say we have a guest coming over, it's almost always for a party or get together. In this case, it was their team's party. And then the clues from the events, what happens? Well, the coach gives Marty a balloon. And the coach wouldn't do that if he didn't want her there, would he? And the kids move down and make room for Marty. And Marty says that she is having fun, right? So then we can get to the actual theme. Now that we have taken a look at all these different elements of the story, and the theme is when you make people feel welcome, they will feel good. Because the author wants us to see that when someone comes in, we're not expecting them, or somebody new joins the group, if we make them feel like they're part of the group, if we make room for them and make a kindness for them, then they are more likely to be comfortable and have a good time. So this next part of the assignment is kind of long. You're going to be watching an episode of a TV show, and then you're going to see if you can figure out the theme using a chart like this one. So you're going to click the link below, and you're going to watch the episode of the show, and then you're going to tell me to answer all the questions and tell me the theme. If you have any questions, you know how to find me.